Hi, I'm Scott Perdue, and today on FlyWire, we're going to talk about flyaway kits. What do you take when you go cross country? Are you ready for things that happen? So this is what we do on FlyWire, and you can think about it for yourself or tell me what you do. I'd be happy to hear it. Stick with us on FlyWire. The first thing I like to do, the thing I like to have when I go flying anytime, and just for a short flight or a long flight, is like to have rags. There's always oil and stuff to wipe up, so I like to have rags. I got a bunch of them. And I like this little doofer right here. It goes on the pitot tube because, well, here it spends most of its life inside in the hangar, but outside, when I'm traveling, it's going to spend outside, so it keeps rain out, keeps bugs. I've literally cleaned mud dauber nests out of a pitot tube, and it makes it kind of hard to figure out what your airspeed is when those things build in the pitot tube. So these are important. Put those in there. These I like too. These are nose plugs for the Bonanza, and they keep birds from building nests inside the engine. And if you haven't had it happen, you probably think it's not a big deal, but you'd be surprised. It really is an issue. I've seen birds build a nest overnight. So I like to take these too. One of the most important things I have is a tow bar. I'm getting a little older, and it's harder to move this airplane by my hand, by hand. And I need a little help. I need a little help to steer, so I keep this bad boy on here. It's a red line. I bought it from Aircraft Spruce. It works really good. It goes in the nose gear cavity, and this thing expands, so it gives a nice solid connection and makes it much easier to move the airplane around. I put this in the baggage compartment first. One of the other things I like is a Bruce's custom cover. I'm not going to take it out because it's a bit of a hassle to pack, honestly, but it's really good when you're out overnight someplace and you put this thing on. It does a couple of things. One, it protects the airplane from sun. All your avionics, your upholstery, everything like that, it really protects the airplane. Also protects it from rain getting in, because rain's going to get in. It's not, none of these airplanes are sealed that well. So it's important for sun and rain. But the other thing it does that I like is it protects it from prying eyes. Most people are reluctant to actually dig into, pull it off and look inside and see what's going on, see what kind of avionics you have, how easy it is to steal things. So it comes in handy for multiple things. The other thing I have here is I got a little box. Bonanza actually flies better with a little bit of weight and back, and the A36 is so easy to pack that I don't mind packing stuff in it. So here's some of the things I take. Like I said, rags. I got paper towels, a couple of different kinds. This is a microfiber towel, and I use it with Pledge. This is what I clean the windows with, clean the bugs off and all that, and I like that a lot. Microfiber and Pledge goes a long way. This is a jump start device. It's not actually a battery, but I can plug it in my power supply there on the nose, and then I can apply a jump start to it. Otherwise, it's you have to take the battery off, and it's really kind of a hassle. You don't want to start the engine with the cowl open, etc. So there, I have that going for me. I also carry a MicroStart anti-gravity battery, and it's this little battery that I can also charge because of another thing I've got here. I'll show you. I can charge it in the airplane when I'm flying, but it keeps a lot of juice in here, and I can actually start this airplane with this. Works out pretty good. And it also has a compressor, so I can adjust the tire pressure on my tires if I need to. And here's the alligator clips. Now they're in here. You can see them right there. Alligator clips, so I can connect to this doofer so I can jump start the airplane. Works good, lasts a long time. The battery does actually last a long time. You don't need to charge it every couple of months. Check the charge on it. What else do I have in here? I've got a 24 volt, because this is a 24 volt airplane, converter. This is another, so I have two actually, I'll lie to you. I've got two. This is a battery here, and it plugs in, so this is 24 volt, the other one's 12. But I can do my tires and all that stuff with that one. So multiple things that I have here, and it doesn't weigh that much. It's pretty light, so I don't mind it. I carry 3 quarts of oil, and right now I'm using Phillips XC, so I kind of like that. Multiple rags, like I said. I have lots of rags. I have a GATS jar to check the tanks for water, and then it's got a little screen on here, so when you put the fuel in here and you pour it back out, it'll screen out the particulate if you have it, and the water as well. So then you can dump it and clean it out. Works real good. I carry a Zeus tool. I like the snap-on. Sometimes you need to get in and check things out or work on them, so it's kind of important. One of the other things I have is this is a Toyota Prius jack. It's a scissors jack, and I can jack any one of the gear up with this thing. This is the handle. Works really good. It's pretty cheap. I think it was 20 bucks on Amazon. Not too bad. And to go along with that, I have this little device from Bogart. This is actually a copy of a beach part that they made. So you slide this into the main gear, or this one goes into the nose gear, and then you can use the scissors jack to lift up the tire wheel. So if you're out and have a flat or something like that, you can fix the airplane. If you have a problem with just a tube, it's just a puncture or something like that, I carry some slime with me. This works out pretty good. I've used it a lot before, so I carry that with me. And that's it for that stuff. And you guys might think I'm anal retentive, but I carry a toolbox. I've got this is my portable, or my deployable tool bag right here. I've got just about everything I need to work on the airplane, and from 3/8 drive, 3/4 drive, I've got 1/4-inch drive, ratchets and sockets and all that stuff. And I have a socket, a spark plug socket. A cool thing about the spark plug socket is it actually fits onto the Prius scissor jack, so I can do the ratchet, and that works out pretty well. But I've got all kinds of tools in here. This might be overkill for most of y'all, and most of y'all aren't a mechanic and work on the airplane, but I am, so I like to be able to work on the airplane myself if I'm out and have a problem. So I got lots of stuff. It is all kind of heavy, and that's a bit of an issue. But in A36, I got a lot of weight capability, and I've got a lot of volume, so I'm not real worried about it. Having a little weight in the tail also helps the flying qualities of the airplane a little bit. And if I get a little bit more AFCG, I'm a little faster, so it's not a big deal. I'm getting pretty close to needing to change tires, so maybe I am anal retentive. I don't know, but I've got a nose tire and a main tire, and I've already put the tube in it. It's already lined up. It's not fully inflated, but partially, so all I have to do, and I got the tools, so I can jack it up, I can take the wheel apart, and I can put a new tire and tube on that wheel, inflate it, put it back on the airplane, and I'm good to go. I have cotter pins too. So that's the stuff I carry on a trip. I'm fixing to go on a long cross country to Florida for the weekend. So this is the kind of stuff I carry. Let me know what you carry. Maybe I'll add it to my list. But thanks for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you get notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on FlyWire.